Welcome to a brief introduction to Vintel by VinLogic. This is Keith McCord, CEO of VinLogics, here to explain why Vintel is the standard for automotive diagnostic reports, which lets a car tell its story.
The tip of the spear strategy is deployed when a vehicle first comes into play within the marketplace. This is the time when an actionable exit strategy should be planned based on factors including its market valuation, reconditioning costs, warranty issues, and carrying costs, just to name a few. You know how to devalue a vehicle for things you can see, touch, and smell. But what about the mechanical challenges of the vehicle? Is a quick test drive enough? Can you afford to wait for a tech to come from your shop with his equipment? So what do you do with that car that needs a little cosmetic help? Is this a trash can? Or possibly a diamond in the rough? Guess right, you make great margins. Guess wrong, well, you are now welded into that car and your exit strategy requires some major rethinking. This is why we created the Vintel ecosystem. Combining your vehicle valuation skills, our mechanical condition information, and best-in-class exit strategy partners, we've revolutionized the way vehicles are understood and strategized. The Vintel system consists of three parts. The first part is the Vintel OBD module, which we designed and is manufactured right here in Missouri. The second aspect of the Vintel system is a smartphone app that runs on either Android or iOS. It communicates with both the module and our AWS servers. The final piece of the trilogy is the web portal. The web portal runs on any device that is connected to the internet and has a web browser. Here you can see data from the vehicles, who scanned them, and when they were scanned. So now it's time to take a little bit more of an in-depth look at how the Vintel system works. The Vintel module was designed from the beginning to be completely plug and play. It gathers the information from the vehicle autonomously and without any interaction required. Are you ready to be trained? First thing to do is to start the car. The engine should be running, but you shouldn't actively be driving it. Next, locate the OBD port underneath the dash and plug in your Vintel module. Here you can see in real time a module scanning a vehicle. Typical scans take between 30 seconds and a little over a minute, depending on year, make, and model. Once the light on the module turns solid green, if you don't have the app already open, go ahead and open it up. Within about 2 seconds, it will communicate with our Amazon Cloud service and then send the report straight to your phone and also to your web portal. Congratulations, you've now been trained. The information generated from the Vintel scan builds the Diagnostic Status Report, or DSR for short. This report provides the specific details and easy to understand terminology that describe the mechanical challenges that this vehicle faced. For detailed information on the DSR as well as other tutorials, please visit govintel.com/tutorial. The DSR is broken into several sections, with the topmost being our icon dashboard. This allows you to quickly visualize any mechanical challenges that the vehicle has and be able to further your investigation deeper into the DSR. The next section is the exception summary, where the complexities of the car's story is broken down into easy to understand language. This allows the conversation to be had with the customer in an unbiased way. It uses the car's story and fosters communication between the parties. Notice there has been no mention of trouble codes in the DSR yet. That is due to Vintel's patent pending process that breaks down and combines mechanical challenges into unified, easy to understand language that continues to foster an unbiased conversation across the table. Simple descriptions of issues and things to check are clearly spelled out. No technical expertise is required. Based on the mechanical challenges and cohort analysis of like vehicles, the Vintel system will highlight the most common repairs to address the issue. Again, this is using a unified way to describe parts, services, or general information about the vehicle. This removes the requirement to understand the uniqueness of how each OEM describes things. Associated with the suggested repair is the part or assembly cost. The pricing is based on an over-the-counter OEM parts cost and is not discounted. The option exists for a parts markup if there is that desire. Finally, the labor hours are shown for the recommended repair. The labor rate is based on non-warranty book hours. Dealerships may also use direct costs instead of labor hours if they present VinLogic with their shop labor rate. Aside from trouble codes, there's other information within the Vintel DSR that gives some insight about how the car's been doing or has been recently reset. So who hasn't heard this before? Well, the check engine light was on before I brought it in for service. Vintel DSR will show you what the issue was and when it was cleared. In this case, 84 miles ago it was cleared and it hasn't returned. Or one of my personal favorites, the check engine light just came on when I was pulling to trade in the car. Actually, you cleared it 14 warm-ups ago and you've been driving around with it for 105 miles. Again, the DSR is only letting the car tell its story. If your state requires a vehicle to pass emissions, there's no need to pull a tech off a rack to see if the vehicle qualifies. If the vehicle's been recently repaired and requires more drive cycles, the Vintel DSR reports that. And finally, at the bottom of the DSR, we get to where we engineers live, the geek speak, the tech talk. And finally, at the bottom of the DSR are the true DTCs that built everything above. These DTCs reside in a database of over 120,000 OEM DTCs that give the information that built the DSR. Even information on the status of the DTCs and who is turning on dashboard lights is available at your fingertips. Vintel was designed from the ground up to integrate with other partners and make their products better. So whether it is your inventory management system, your appraisal tools, or your local auction, let us know where the Vintel DSR can add value to you, and if we aren't integrated with them yet, we'll do our best to get that integration done. Thank you for watching this brief introduction to the Vintel system. To get more information about our products, please contact us at govintel.com or 877-VinLogics.